This week on Hermitcraft.
Oh, salut, ça va, Mambo Jumbo de français, le youtubeur française. Anyways, what am I doing?
Welcome to the Hermitcraft recap. My name is Pixel Riffs. Alright, Trisloy XP. Captions on this video were provided by Liara, and since you asked, we've given you another way to support the work we do here at the recap. Channel memberships have now been enabled. And while the recap will always remain free for everyone to watch, we want to provide some goofy rewards to those of you who can go the extra mile to help fund our weekly love letters to this Minecraft server.
This is a robbery.
Because lately the Hermits have been going the extra mile to make it very entertaining to watch. Not only do we have base building, pranks, and redstone innovations, we also have the latest card game crazes coming to their conclusion. This week, ZF hosts the final match of the Is That Sheep Looking At Me tournament, dubbed the Champion Sheep match, and before we go spoiling that for you, we cannot recommend enough seeing all the action play out in ZF's video. Seeing the journey from in-joke to minigame to actual card game you can buy has been such a treat, and Zed deserves a standing ovation for all the ovine action he's brought us lately.
Bah.
Wow, I am good at this. Wow.
So once you're back from that, and while we're waiting for Mojang to add Jimothy to the Dappled Forest biome, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week. Starting with Grian, who uses his telescope to spy on his fellow hermits, through walls even. Impressive technology.
Somehow both of them are AFK in their storage rooms.
The first thing he sees through it, however, is the singed face of a giant dried ghast, built right in front of the lens by Joel Smallish Beans last week, as a revenge for all the dried ghast Grian hid at his base throughout the season.
Oh my god, I think he knows who's been placing those dried ghasts everywhere.
Fortunately, this doesn't reset the game just yet, but it does leave Grian with a massive box made of varied materials, full of whiny ghasts that also turn solid whenever he stands on them, making it extra difficult to actually clean up the prank.
Oh, this is horrible. Oh, I can't even get down to the bottom. Let me out!
The whole force of Etho, Gemini Tay, and Mumbo appears to help out, and we say appears to because it's not clear if anything they did actually helped.
I think I've in. All you gotta do is finish the observer clock here.
Okay.
And run.
Whoa!
Oh,
In fact, Obsidian Mace on YouTube has helped with the ideas for inside the observatory, and they're not even on the Hermitcraft server. The specific trick Grian liked is to put a star map onto an invisible map and to occasionally light up the map entity to create the illusion of twinkling. Unfortunately, when Grian tries that, the parts that render right get eaten by YouTube compression anyway.
I think I might need to just stop over-engineering this.
Thankfully, Grian's own ideas are plentiful, and they include the one about building an egg shop that would only sell eggs, called Only Yoken, for a poultryman return that you can see a mile away.
It would be my prank shot. Sound like really good things to do.
But he's not the only one being monumentally pranked, as Keralis returns to his Roman Empire base to find his legionnaires trapped in their camp by a crew of armor-stand fish pirates.
Jevin is making moves. Look at this. We got Hookan, Flinttail, Barrelbreath, Sharklaw, and Windshore. Just outside the barracks. Who you? My name is Jeff.
The complete rebranding of every single banner in the base into a black pirate one becomes enough of a headache to warrant a prank back. And enough of a prank back to cost a full migraine, as Keralis makes sure that the revenge sinks in by seemingly completely re-watering the bay that Ijevin has spent most of the month draining.
Let's help him out and let him become the pirate he always dreamed to be. Veni, Vidi, Aqua.
This is actually the better of the liquids the guy has available now that he's built a lava farm at the villa. After all, the golem stabbing mines nearby have introduced metallurgy to the Empire, so he needed a foundry anyway. But while the Roman Empire discovers bronze manufacturing, Keralis himself discovers gambling. The jury is still out on which one will be more devastating to his diamond mining kids.
Yes, kinda. I've been here for like 20 minutes now. I'm like a kid in the candy store. Once again, never. Oh, we win!
Located in the west tunnel of the Nether Hub, there is a casino built by Cubfan using Scar's bank money, which Keralis must have by now paid off at least a half of. After all, one of the two roulette machines being an automatic means Keralis can dual wield them for maximum gambling efficiency and maximize the winnings. The winnings of the casino specifically.
Oh my goodness, the diamonds are disappearing fast. Is that all? Okay, 5 more on this, okay? 5 more. Just 5 more. Oh, no. Ah, so close. Like, we need... God, but we need more machines. More machines.
Of course, the whole operation has been pretty hard to ignore when Cubfan has sent starter money and advertisements for the Nether Casino to everyone on the server, including Good Times with Scar, the guy he loaned money from to build it in the first place.
Now, if you remember, he has 30-something days to repay that with interest, and if he doesn't, I repossess his base. Do I want this to fail? Maybe.
Admittedly, Cub seems to have plenty of cash lying around anyway, seeing how he easily bags the Hot Guy pinup painting from Scar's auction, which only cost 16 diamonds, really.
Sand painting. Hold on, I'm gonna put it up on the wall here.
I even threw... Oh my god, you killed it! You killed Hot Guy! Oh...
I thought it would just go on the wall. I thought it was a real painting, man.
No!
Shockingly, the next auction item, an Etho Amogus-shaped Elytra, starts at 100 diamonds already, since that's exactly how much Azuma bids on it the moment he sees the thing.
Whoa! 100 diamonds! Oh my god!
Are you a crazy person?
Today I am, yeah.
Jem, would you like to get a bid on the Evo wings?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to let Exuma win it.
But what, I hear you cry, is happening with the competition to redesign Scar's storage? The deadline, and the plots for builds, have been extended, since many hermits were interested in throwing all of Scar's immovable objects into whatever unstoppable force they can conceive. In Doc M77's case, it's time to digitize the problem. He designs what's basically a storage Tamagotchi, which Scar must feed regularly so that it doesn't become sad. To add emotional blackmail to injury, he styles the outside as a pixel art cat. And to add the injury part, he promises to hook it up to the Whack-A-Scar contraption so that if the cat isn't fed, it throws a tantrum and starts clawing at Scar wherever he is on the server. It even makes the appropriate cat sounds, thanks to Minecraft's sound library having already done the work of providing grumpy cat noises, so Doc doesn't have to record himself making a real cat angry. Instead, he focuses on recording himself playing Sulfur Cube Pool against Etho.
Uh-oh.
No, why was it
just
so...
a little bit?
No! Oh my god, why was it so shallow?
It's safe to say we're firmly in the server's minigames era. And who better to be the benchmark for this than XP Crafted? He spends a little casual time in the West Tunnel, first acknowledging the slots for what we all knew to be true.
I feel like this is built to take all of Corrales' money.
And then plays 6-shooter, since it's just across the tunnel and doesn't burn diamonds faster than Etho in one of his older Let's Play episodes.
We got this. Everything's fine. I don't know what y'all are worried about.
Back on home turf, XP has made some changes to the sock ball field. It now automatically loads a new ball, thanks to a lazy river of sulfur cubes popping them into a bubble column, and he also swaps out all the moss carpet for black carpet so you can see the ball better. But behind the scenes, he's also been working on a new minigame in imitation of the classic skee-ball arcade experience, and he's looking for some viewer input. So drop by this video and see if you can help him shape it into something else that'll take all of Corrales' money.
Yeah, it's a thing. I've been at this for a while. There's been, like, you can see the different iterations. This one went through the most change.
Before the championship match of Is That Sheep Looking at Me, the finalists had to be decided, and Vintage Beef was in the running, even though the coin flips never quite landed in his favor. So this week we got to see him face off against Zombie Cleo, Rendog, and Cubfan for a spot in the finale.
Oh my goodness. For the love of sheep.
For the love of sheep.
Somebody's gonna play.
But even before that, we get Beef's footage of the C-Team meeting. Oh, sorry, assembling.
It's harder than it looks. It's harder than it
No, we're good. Bumble, go all the way back. Punch to straighten out.
Yeah, that's not
We're
bad.
assembled.
That's not bad.
We're assembled.
That was a...
Beef is staying ahead of the curve, if only because he's the top right piece of the letter C, but he bravely throws himself into action. Also throws himself into a group of 70 wardens.
Oh, they're loose!
What?
What happened?
They're loose? You got loose?
I didn't lose. I didn't loosen them.
There's another run of the championship in Cubfan's video, which is very difficult to talk about without spoiling the whole thing, so we'll just point out that a champion sheep sounds like a lateral move to a truffle pig.
Cub, very exciting news, very exciting news.
You said I won something.
But in general server news, Cub actually blasts through what remains of the West Tunnel, declaring it complete, until someone builds a base some serious distance away from everyone. In the meantime, there's so much more gambling that you can fit into the walls.
Very good news.
What's that mean?
Corrales has been here.
Oh, jeez.
The games already embedded into the tunnel are about to get even more impressive as Azuma Void delivers the soundtracks for them.
It's a little loud, but I like it.
It's very loud.
Having dipped his toes into fan remixing and delivered the Bonjour cut of the dueling pianos to Scar, Azuma comes up to Skizzleman with a background track for his Snowball archery minigame. Or at least a prototype that's entirely too loud to be played on the server, but it's metadata for nerds to adjust, really. It's not like it can make you any more dizzy than you'll get from going back and forth on that minecart already.
Oh my god, this is so fun.
Is that what you're saying, Scar? You like
yeah,
the
I'm having a
game?
lot of fun over here, Skiz.
That makes me so happy.
This also scores him a deal for developing the music for Cub's 6-shooter minigame, and to his credit, Azuma has already ported some of the tools to make it into his base. Combining the chord sequencer, drum machine, and 2 sound effect boards into a single room where the hermits can make their own music using nothing but redstone buttons on the wall. And someone could totally put Skiz going on a head and swap that into all the note blocks.
But really, I think the best way to go about this isn't to just let hermits wander over here and figure it out for themselves. Everyone has different musical abilities, and this could possibly be quite overwhelming.
And finally, there's Mumbo. There's Mumbo in Grian's video.
What exactly is he doing?
Oh, I did it wrong.
You placed it the wrong way around.
I did one job. Come on.
There's Mumbo in Scar's video.
There's no way this is happening. I feel like there's no way. There's no way this would have caught fire. Okay, now I'm placing bets on Grian.
And there's Doc doing this impression of Mumbo when he logs in.
Oh, salut, ça va? Mambo Jumbo de français, le youtubeur française.
And that's about it for this week's recap. Our writer is SloyXP, and my name is Pixel Riffs. Captions on this video were provided by Liara, and thank you to these particular folks for supporting us through memberships. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.